Good morning, I'm Megan Gray and welcome to Toronto Police News for Thursday, November the 16th, 2017. Today I'm coming from our auditorium here at Toronto Police Headquarters, where at 1 p.m. there will be a public meeting of our Toronto Police Services Board. On today's episode, we have a heartwarming story about members from 22 Division, a Beck Taxi driver, and an elderly woman. But first, here's what happened in your city over the last 24 hours. Yesterday at 3:15 p.m., police were called to Danforth and Birchmount Roads for a bank robbery. It's alleged that a man was threatening bank staff with a knife. When officers arrived, they made multiple demands for the man to drop the knife. When these de-escalation efforts failed, pepper spray was used and the man was arrested. Nobody was injured. Around the same time, police received numerous calls for the sounds of gunshots in the area of Kingston and Galloway Roads. A woman on her way to pick up her children reported seeing a man shooting a gun from his car. Her car, along with several others, were hit with bullets. Thankfully, no one was injured. If you were driving in the area and saw something that might help our investigation, or you have dashcam footage, please call the police or Crime Stoppers. And now on to our main story. On Friday, November 3rd at about 10:30 p.m., a taxi operator with Beck Taxi picked up an elderly woman. She appeared lost and confused, so the taxi operator drove the woman to 22 Division. At that point, members of the Toronto Police Services paid for her fare and ensured that she got home safely. Here's their story.
It was a Friday night of night shift and everybody was just coming in at 11 o'clock. I was working the front desk, station duty. A gentleman from Beck Taxi came in. It's not unusual for them to come and see us. He was a little agitated. He told me he had picked up an older lady on Royal York. He didn't know where she was going. He said she's very disoriented. I think she needs help. She's got all sorts of bags. Can you help me? So I talked to her for a little bit. She was very disoriented. She didn't know where she was going. She was talking about going to Barrie on the bus, and I mean, she wasn't dressed for the weather either. It's getting colder now, and she was just wearing very light clothing. She was up and down, agitated. I talked to her for a while, calmed her down. She came in. Eventually, she allowed me to go through her bag, found a name, an address, did some search on her. Found out she stays in an old age home for, assisted living type location. Contacted them, confirmed that's where she was from and she had been gone for a while. So we got her in there and they drove her home, had a chat with the staff there just to let them know that she's wandering, and she went back home safe. Well, it feels good because I always go back to what if it was my mother or my father. They're elderly as well and it could happen for them to go wandering off. I didn't do anything that other officers wouldn't have done. That's just what we do on a daily basis, basically. As Toronto police officers, it's a big city. We come in contact with people like that on a daily basis, and that's what we do. We're here to help them get home safe.
If you have a story idea, member, or unit of the Toronto Police Service that you'd like to see featured, leave us a comment on our YouTube channel or email us at feedback.news@torontopolice.on.ca. Join us tomorrow where we will be featuring a few holiday stories before the weekend. Thanks very much, Toronto, and stay safe.